drawing a picture in class. The words "help me" were written on it. When my teacher saw it, she thought I might be in serious danger, so she took the drawing and came to my house. But my mother showed no concern at all. Just as the teacher left, my mother rushed into my room and asked why I was asking for help. I told her that every night, I could hear a girl crying inside the wall. My mother brushed it off as my imagination. But that night, the girl's voice returned once again, telling me to dig at a specific spot in the backyard. To my surprise, I found a human skeleton. Now I believe that she wasn't just an imagination. At school, I had no friends. Everyone avoided me. One day I was bullied by a classmate. He even smashed my toys. That night I tried to talk to the girl, and she urged me to take revenge. So the next day I quietly followed that classmate, and suddenly shoved him down the stairs. His legs were broken. I couldn't believe what I had done. Soon the school contacted my parents. In the end, I was expelled. When I got home, my father was furious. He refused to believe I was capable of this. Then he dragged me to the basement, planning to lock me there as punishment. I couldn't stop crying. After I was released, I started to doubt my parents. Was there really a secret hidden in the wall? So one night I went back to the wall, trying to speak to the girl again. She warned me to be careful of my parents. Then I learned the truth. She was my sister, who had been trapped inside the wall for years. So next morning I quietly went to the bedroom, trying to call my teacher for help. Suddenly my mother appeared behind me. She angrily dragged me back to my room. Unexpectedly, she discovered the hole in the wall. Realizing everything was exposed, she locked me inside the room. That night the family sat down for dinner, but I stayed silent. My father ate with big bites. Then he frowned, sensing something strange about the taste. He looked at me, seeing I hadn't eaten at all. He realized something was wrong, and grabbed me and asked me. I said, "You hurt my sister." Then he clutched his stomach, and began coughing up blood. My mother tried to call for help, but the phone line was already cut. She grabbed a knife and tried to kill me, but the poison took effect. She collapsed and fell down the stairs. Just like that, I avenged my sister. Do you think I was right? Please comment. I was drawn.
Did you know that if you can do this, doll?
When the waiter opened the wine, he accidentally hit the chandelier, and the falling crystal happened to shatter the glass. The people who didn't realize the danger were still dancing on the glass. The rivets also began to come loose. Then a little boy tossed a coin downstairs, but the wind blew it into the ventilation duct. The coin got stuck on the fan. Because of the strong pressure from the fan, it shot the coin back out, perfectly striking the gas pipe next to it. The leaking gas traveled along the ventilation duct and drifted into the hall. Suddenly, an accident happened. Dozens of people fell from 10,000 meters up. People were plummeting toward the floor. Luckily, my boyfriend grabbed onto the glass, held on for a few seconds, but still fell. The terrified guests ran for their lives, but accidentally knocked over the chef's pot, setting a woman's clothes on fire. Terrified, she started running, and happened to run right to the air vent. The gas was instantly ignited by the flames. A woman even used her own body to shield her young son. The restaurant exploded instantly.
Everyone down the stairs!
Everyone ran toward the stairs, but the wall suddenly collapsed. Everyone except the little boy fell. The rest could only take the elevator, but the fleeing people didn't notice. The elevator had a weight limit, and they kept squeezing in. I had just reached the door when an old man shoved me aside, but the moment he stepped inside, the accident happened. I was terrified, and could only look for a safe spot in the restaurant, but the ceiling suddenly broke. The restaurant tilted instantly. Because of gravity, everyone fell onto the sightseeing glass. Luckily, I noticed in time, and ran to the platform that hadn't collapsed yet. The glass hadn't shattered, so no one fell through yet. But the coin from the chandelier fell onto the piano, and once the coin stopped spinning, the outcome was already set. The little boy who escaped had just reached the first floor exit, but suddenly, by now the banquet hall had collapsed. I survived, for the moment, and the one who survived with me was the little boy hiding in the serving cart. I pulled the little boy out of the cart. The surrounding walls began to crumble, with nowhere to run. I could only jump. Luckily, my ring caught on a steel bar, but it couldn't hold my weight. My fingers started to break, and I still fell down. When the waiter opened the wine, he
Whenever I went to
Kayla's tried to complete all 6 Celestial Brain Rots. Wait until the end.
I am gonna collect all of the new Celestials. Yep, there are.
What the? How'd you get that giant gummy cola bottle in here?
Fine. Here to win the big derby race.
In a movie theater?
Yes.
Oh, hey, nice race car.
Wait, no, don't.
Wait a second. What is this? Get out!
Now I'm never gonna win my racing patch. Just got back from the river.
Oh, okay, open the tackle box.
Check it out, all kind of lures and jigs and bobs.
Did you catch anything? Wait, what's in the net?
No, don't take my net from me.
Out!
You fight harder than a bass.
Ugh, you again.
Just here to fix some drywall.
Oh, yeah? Well, it's obviously under your hard hat.
Wrong. This is to protect my noggin from bumps and falling things.
Oh, yeah, is it? Well, if you're a construction worker, then why is your hammer so squishy? Ah! I freaking knew it!
I must have grabbed the wrong one.
Yeah, you grabbed the wrong freaking one! Get on!
So, how'd you do it?
I'm just really smart.
Remington, hurry up and give me some more.
We were supposed to share.
Bat 19.
Sammy! Okay, I'll put my...
Thousands of leaflets dropped from the sky, telling him that World War II was over. But he thought it was a trick from the enemy meant to lure him out. So he stayed hidden in the jungle, living off coconuts and stolen rice. He watched planes fly overhead and thought Japan was still fighting, not realizing it was for a completely different war. Finally, 30 years later, his commander showed up and ordered him to stand down. The man saluted, handed over his rifle, and finally left the war that had ended 30 years prior.
If you can spend 50 days alone in a room with a beautiful woman, you'll get $5 million. Would you dare to take on such a challenge? But the condition is, there's no internet, no entertainment of any kind in the room, only one double bed for the two of them to rest on. The only food is nutritional liquid provided by the organizers. And the game must be completed together. If one person can't endure it and gives up, then even if the other person lasts until the end, they can only receive 1 million. When the man pressed the red start button, the countdown officially began. Thinking about the 5 million they could have after 50 days, the two cheered happily in their room. They started planning what they would do with the money, and looking forward to a wonderful future. At first the new environment felt fresh and interesting, but as time passed day after day, they realized the game wasn't as simple as they imagined. Every night, the lights would turn off at a fixed time to make them rest. At sunrise, they would be woken up on schedule. Their food was always the same unpleasant nutritional drink, but for the prize money, they had to endure it. Lisa tried meditation to pass the time, while Matt relied on exercise to encourage himself. When boredom became unbearable, they played simple little games. Even so, time still felt unbearably slow. Finally, they made it through 20 days. But by then, they were already on the verge of collapse. One day, Matt wanted to open the door and leave. He said he didn't want the 5 million anymore. Seeing this, Lisa quickly stopped him and criticized him for lacking perseverance. After all, they had already lasted more than 20 days. If they quit now, all their previous effort would be wasted. So, under Lisa's persuasion, Matt stayed. That day, sitting blankly in the corner, Matt suddenly remembered what the organizers had said before the game. During the 50 days, they had 3 chances to buy a blind box, but each purchase would cost $500,000. Without discussing it with Lisa, Matt secretly bought one. To his surprise, when he opened it, it turned out to be just a crayon. But Matt wasn't disappointed. He had always been passionate about drawing. Now, with time and space, he naturally wanted to make use of it. He began drawing freely on the walls, and soon the dull, lifeless room gained a touch of vitality. But the crayon was quickly used up, and once again they had to face the long, dragging days. Then one morning, Lisa was suddenly frightened by what she saw. In the bathroom, out of nowhere, a handgun had appeared. If you can spend 50 days alone in a room with a beautiful woman,
If someone can break this gummy bear squishy, I'll give them $1,000. But I get to choose their breaking tool.
Oh, look at what I'm breaking with!
Bear deodorant holder.
What is going on?
3D printed bear trap.
Bear trap time, baby.
A Jack Attack hex ball.
Some kind of joke to you guys?
No break!
I'm just gonna smother this guy with my love and appreciation because we need more of that in the world, team.
Okay, the rubbin' goop, stronger than ever. I can't stop rubbing and gooping.
I see the goo. I see it.
Man, he's a sturdy fella.
Oh, yeah, there he is, baby. Yeah! Look at that.
Oh! I swear that never happens. I'm so sorry. Oh my, did I get your shoes?
I'm coated in it.
That guy had some vert. I wish we were in slow motion. Wow.